Good evening. It's Friday, December 21st, and I'm doing something a little bit different tonight. It is, this year is the 20th anniversary of a game that I like to play around the holiday season because it's set during the holiday season, Parasite Eve for the Sony PlayStation. This game came out in 1998. It's set in 1997 New York. It's based loosely on a horror novel written, I think, in 95 by a Japanese author whose name currently escapes me. But this game was developed as a partnership between Squaresoft, famous producer of role-playing games, and that book's publisher. The original author was not actually involved. So it makes a few offhand references to the original book and has some of the same concepts. But we will get into that here shortly. So I'm trying this as a somewhat new setup using new software that I've used before but never streamed before, that in the past, or I'm told, can have some issues with audio streaming. I should be hearing the audio just fine, but it might not be going out properly. So I may have a couple of false starts here while I try and fiddle with some settings to make sure that the game audio is going out smoothly. For now, let's hop into the game. Opening up the software now. I am using an Xbox 360 controller to play a PlayStation game on my Windows PC. Technology! In theory, assuming this loads. There we go. This originally ran in 320 by 240 resolution, and the emulator is smart enough to upscale everything. Oops, Alright, so I think the audio is going out properly, but it's not going into my headset properly, so let me fix that. There we go. Turn down my headset slightly. Yes, this is set in New York. This is just the attract mode video for the game. This is just, hey look, we're in New York. Police. Snow. No traffic somehow. This is our buzzwords starting with R. Creepy mutant dog things. Slime. Sewers. Lots of sewers in this game. Exploding buildings. And dinosaurs. What's not to like, really? And pseudoscience. And pseudo-programming code, I guess? I'm not sure what that has to do with any other part of the game. So these clips will make slightly more sense as the game goes on. I mean, this game as a whole has some issues. It also has a great soundtrack. And these video graphics were absolutely mind-blowing in 1997. The in-game graphics, much less so, but... The worst foe lies within the self. Press start button. Alright. Oh, and already I'm realizing that with this setup, the directional pad on the controller doesn't work. I have to use the left analog stick. Good to know. If this were an actual, like, PlayStation 1 DualShock controller, both would work. If I was using an actual PlayStation, which I'm not, because that would be harder to stream. This video starts similar to the Attract video. Again, we're in New York, see? Statue of Liberty. But, should not be a reprise of that entire video, I hope. It's been a couple of years since I've played this. I don't do it every holiday season, but most holiday seasons. Ah yes, you can tell this is pre-2001. the Met Opera House for the opening scenes of our game. What's wrong? You're the one who wanted to come to the opera. Meet our main character, Aya Brea, age 25, occupation NYPD officer. Who I will indeed name Aya. Leave it at that. Although that little character portrait really doesn't look a whole lot like the Polygon version. I've just noticed how kind of goofy face she has in that icon version. I don't know, you're right, I'll try to have more fun. Aren't you glad you decided to go out with me? I even had my dad get the best seats for us tonight. Oh boy, guy's wearing a tuxedo with a long tie? I don't know about this. So lighten up, we're gonna have a great time, you'll see. This guy doesn't even get a name, he's just man. Oh, I'm in control. Whee! Come on, we better go inside. Okay, but I want to go this way. You can't actually go this way. There's an invisible wall. And this door doesn't work, because these are pre-rendered backgrounds. You have to go through the door that's already open. Suddenly that guy's in front of me. Yes, and you can walk and run. I mean, with the analog stick, it's really kind of binary. You're either walking at this speed or running at this speed. Father, please give me permission to marry Ava. I forbid it! You know well what will happen if you do. Those who succumb to her beauty all die in horrible ways. You don't understand. She is the one that has suffered after the deaths. She is evil. Guard, grab her, or grab her, and burn her at the stake. I question their capitalization. Father! If you are sentencing her to death, then I ask you to take my life along with hers. Edward! They couldn't spring for actual lyrics here, so you just have the generic Vox Humana type sounds. Something important must be happening. We've gone into full motion video mode. To be fair, based on the... Wait. Okay, one, what just happened to her irises? Two, how is she singing with her mouth closed? Never mind, we have bigger problems. Yep, spontaneous human combustion. That guy was just oddly curious about his hand being on fire there. That's one hell of a first date, if you ask me. Like it's just the proscenium on fire. No issues with the staging at all. I don't know how to pronounce two exclamation marks. And of course, Aya always brings her sidearm with her to the opera. I don't know where she hid it. Jesus, I don't want to... Oh my god! Go! Get out of here, now! I love that. And that man is never seen again. That, ugh! Oh, my cat wants something. Probably food. After this... No, come on. So it's a little bit hard to tell, because these are all pre-rendered backgrounds, just where the walkable and unwalkable territory is. So if I get stuck on walls, that's probably why. Now, I can't do a soprano voice, and I'm pretty sure Eve is supposed to be a soprano, but bear with me. Freeze! NYPD! You're the only one who seems to be fine. What? You should be awakening soon. What are you talking about? Listen, your cells are trying to communicate. They're calling out. Oh, and we have our first fight here. She'll shoot beams of energy at me. And you can move freely and dodge. And I'm actually going to conserve ammo and switch to my nightstick, which apparently we also bring with us to the opera. Since she's not moving, I can just run up to her and thwack her. Not normally the reaction I would expect to getting thwacked with a nightstick, but there we are. What's happening? My body, it's getting hot. I want to make a joke about that dress. I'm not going to. Oh, sparklies. Just as I thought. What is this? What did you do to me? Again, I question their capitalization. As an introductory fight, she doesn't move, she just shoots those bolts at you not very often, so I got a little bit too close to her and took 2 points of damage there. I can just... The first few fights in this game, I can conserve ammunition by just fighting with a billy club, nightstick, whatever you want to call it. Later in the game, there's really no need to conserve ammunition because every random beast will be carrying like 2 full clips for some reason, but early on... That should be... Yep, there we go. Our bodies are communicating with each other. Again, no comment. What? Communicating what? What do you want? The more you use that power, the more you become like me. Power? What power? Who are you? You know, they do give out programs for this sort of thing. Eve. Eve? I'm surprised you don't know me, Aya. You should know me well. What? Oh, she's having a flashback. Get used to these flashbacks. Get used to this screen in particular. What? What is this? What was that? Ha 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 ha. Whee! Wait, where are you going? I'm not through with you yet. And she went off stage this way. Backstage, where there's suddenly a giant hole in the ground. Also, a rather hard to see chest over here. There's a lot of like hidden and semi-hidden boxes in this game. I think I remember where most of them are, especially these first couple of days. So I'll try to be picking everything up. Later, I might refer to a guide to get some equipment that I know is hidden in later areas, but that'll be later. I remember these first couple of days pretty well. I know she's down there. Sounds like my backup's arrived. Let's go meet said backup. This will take a little bit, but it'll be worth it. Okay, and we come out backstage from the other direction for some reason. I think, nope, that's not the exit. You have to go, let's see, it's walking in front of these curtains. Yeah, there we go. This should take us back into the audience. Nothing seems to be currently on fire, which is nice. The Opera House must have very impressive sprinkler systems. I don't think that corpse is supposed to be twitching. I think that's a relic of the emulation rendering it in a slightly different scale. I think they're just supposed to be burnt corpses, unfortunately. This game is rated M. There's a decent amount of, like... Wait, I'm a cop. I'm with the NYPD. Sorry. A certain amount of graphic... Not exactly violence, but ickiness is probably the best way to put it. Kind of gore, kind of not. Mostly well, I would say mostly non-human, but then there's the people being set on fire, so... I mean, it's based on a horror book. It's TV. It's rated M, so... What? Hold on, I'm going to take out my badge. Don't shoot. So we've established she carries her badge, her sidearm, and a club with her to the opera on a first date. Yeah. Actually, maybe that's just a thing that New York police officers do, is carry their badge with them everywhere. To be fair, I don't know. Again, oh, okay, so she's wearing it in her cleavage, apparently, based on that animation. Somehow. Oh, I have control again, sorry. I wonder if it's that thing called, spontaneous combustion. Didn't you have to go to, like, medical school? Shouldn't you know words like spontaneous combustion? Who knows, huh? You think we'll be on TV? Hope this becomes a TV movie or something. Let me patch you up. So that'll restore the slight amount of damage I took during that fight with Eve. Hey, why don't you have any injuries? Don't ask me. That's something I want to know. Everyone's gotten burned. A lot of them probably won't make it. Ugh. Oh, fat cop. Hey, I've got the same gun. I've got bullets for that if you want. Hey, I've got the same gun. I've got bullets for that if you want. Hey, I've got the same gun. I've got bullets for that if you want. And yeah, you can keep doing this for, I think, 10 clips. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now I shouldn't have to worry about conserving ammunition. I will switch back to her sidearm, which I believe is reloaded. I've forgotten how to reload. There we go. Use item, reload. There we go. It's been a while since I played this game. Oh, and she apparently also has 2 doses of medicine and an entire crate of ammunition. All right. I will stop making fun of the abstraction of the item inventory at this point. Just, yeah. That's just a standard RPG thing. I just think it's funny that, yes, she does bring her gun with her to the opera. Somehow. Whilst wearing a dress that does not exactly leave a lot of room. At least we're not at the point where you're carrying around like 2 rifles, a grenade launcher, a pistol, 2 sets of body armor, a cross-section of pharmaceuticals, and 3 keys. Alright, back to that hole in the ground backstage. I know she's down there. Now we jump down. Or kneel down and it doesn't actually show us. We should, yep, here's the drop. Whee! Okay, I'm going to give her a pass on the action heals at this point because she didn't know she was going into a crime scene, but I would have at least asked the cops out front if they had more sensible shoes to borrow. Just saying. Are you alone? It's dangerous here. You should go. Get used to that creepy girl, too. Okay, that was creepy. That girl. It couldn't be. Yeah, that won't get explained for a while. Oops, I do not want to climb back up. Let's see, there are iron rings on the side. I can use them to climb out. Yeah, that's if you wanted to go get healed again, or if you hadn't picked up the ammunition earlier. I don't need to do that. I hit the wrong button on the joystick. So we're now underneath the Opera House, with like dressing rooms and prop storage and so on. And a lot of locked doors. Alright, incoming graphic creepiness. Because there are rats in the basements of New York City buildings, apparently. And the rats' cells are getting hairy, which makes its skull and teeth extrude. Yeah. And the three-pronged tail, and yeah, suddenly the dog is the size of a large dog. The rat is the size of a large dog. So we're gonna shoot it, like you do. So how this combat system in this game works is there's an AT meter at the top. When that charges up, you can take an action. That action can be firing your weapon, using an item, or casting a spell. We haven't really gotten to spells yet. We haven't unlocked very many. But right now, the sidearm she has can fire 2 bullets in 1 action. Like so. It can be hard to dodge these things given the perspective, but that wasn't too bad. So in order to hit something, they have to be within this polygonal dome. If it's outside the dome, you'll usually miss, and if you hit, you do minimal damage. But if it's inside the dome, you'll hit and deal what the weapon's damage range, and it can occasionally critical hit, which will be a yellow number that pops up, like that. So we get 2 experience for that fight. We'll level up once we get 1 more after that. And after fights, you'll see me reload a lot, because if you have to reload in combat, it takes a little bit of a delay and you can get hit while you're doing that. Jesus, did Eve do that to the rat? What is going on here? I'd have put the accent on personally, but who am I to question the scriptwriters? And yeah, especially since your starting weapon only has 6 rounds in it, getting stuck having to reload later is a pain. More burnt corpses. I forget which locker there's stuff in, so I'm going to open all of them. There's some medicine. So yeah, this one's still moving. Yeah. You're still alive. Hold on, let me call the paramedics. Melissa. She's a monster. Don't try to talk now. Melissa? Melissa? You mean the main actress? Yeah, don't try to talk. I'm just going to interrogate you. She probably got to Suzanne, too. You'll have to stop her. No, please, wake up. Hang in there. Barf. This would be a lot creepier if they weren't, like, very low polygon, just sort of red blobs. Like, if they were more realistic, I would not want to play this game. As it is, I can tolerate it. I'm getting the stink eye from my cat, so give me one moment here. I am going to give them a snack. I will be right back. And we're back. Alright, so we're investigating the actress Melissa, who might be the same as Eve. We're not sure at this point. Ah! Here! Take it! Take everything! It's all on the counter! Requisite creepy clown for some reason. Don't scare me. I'm with the NYPD. You're the one that scared me, lady. I was just getting ready. Just didn't notice people screaming and burning to death? Okay. You go, clown. You know only staff are allowed in here. There was an incident here. You'll have to evacuate. What? You're kidding, right? Hey, I'm not dying here tonight. See ya! Oops, there we go. Well, something just happened. Made him go, ah! But first, lockers. Because they keep bullets in their lockers here at the Opera House, occasionally. So, the way random encounters work is there's certain trigger points on each screen where there is a chance that if you walk across it, you might get a random encounter. It's not guaranteed. But usually the first time you hit each trigger point, you will get into a fight, and then subsequent times it's sort of random. There's our level up. You get some stats from leveling up. Mostly you get, it's hit points is the important thing, but every time you level up, you also get some bonus points. I'm trying to bring up the menu here. I have to wait for there we go. Oh, it won't let me distribute bonus points yet. That must unlock later. But basically, you can boost the power of your equipment and other stats. So yeah, this body wasn't here before. It's that clown from the dressing room. No further comment, apparently. to remember which doors I've gone through. Not that one. And not that one. Okay. I know this one's locked. See? A dead body. Looks like they tried to call for help. I'm going to bump into it here. Ah! Pick up an item that's, again, pretty well hidden back here. And let's see, where is it? There it is. Hot! Hot! Help! Help! Not creepy at all. But the phones in this game are important because that's how you save your game. I better notify the department about what's happened here. Will you save your progress? Yes. And it's generally the requirement that all phones in this game have a blinking red light on them, which makes it easier to see. That is one loud parrot flying around. I believe that's mostly just to establish that there are parrots here. Oh, I forgot something very important. There's a key in that room. I think it's hidden in a drawer. Come on. Oh, there's a key in it. Have I forgotten how this game works already? Oh, the key is on the body. What's this key? Dressing room key. Okay. It's been a while since I played this game. I forgot how exactly you get that next key to progress. Which is not the key to the big ominous door at the end of the hallway, though. That one's still locked. Unlock the door. This is a much nicer dressing room than the others, I must say. Check the closet. Check this. For some bullets again. Yeah, sometimes finding the exact set of pixels that you need to interact with to get an item or progress the story can be a little bit tricky, but this one isn't so bad because the camera angle changes as you get close to the mirror here. And then I have trouble locating there. Talk to the book, please. The book, it's important. It's right there. Come on. There we go. A diary? November 3rd, Monday. The Christmas show is set. This has been my dream. The main actress has a solo concert at the theater in Central Park. I took all that medication to get here. I have to get the lead part. I'll even sell my soul to the devil if I have to. November 17th. The cast was announced and Suzanne and I are double cast. So Suzanne was someone who possibly was got to, according to the dying person in the other room. I want to play the part alone, but everyone knows she's good. November 21st. I think I'm overdoing it. My body is getting hotter than ever for some reason. I'd better take some more medicine. December 6th. I collapsed today. I lost consciousness after my body got hot. I don't care if I die. I just want to get through this show. December 10th. I passed out again. They told me to go to the doctor and get some rest. Oh, hi, Leroy. Bye, Leroy. Cat break. Do you want to say hi to the internet, Leroy? Say hi to the internet, Leroy. Leroy does not want to say hi to the internet. They told me to go to the doctor and get some rest. If this continues, Suzanne will definitely take my part. I need to get better. I'd better take a lot of medication tonight. Remember, if one pill helps, 3 pills helps 3 times as much. That's just science. December 11th. Suzanne was burned in an apartment fire. Is it because I wanted the part so bad? God, forgive me. December 17th. It looks like I'll be the lead. I better take more medication and work it. And work it? I guess. Now that slang existed in '97. Although I think it's probably a typo and should have been work on it, but I don't know. December 23rd, so that would be yesterday at this point because it opens on December 24th. Opening night, everything went smoothly. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. We should have the biggest crowd of the season. And I have the solo concert the next day at the park. But I'm not feeling well. I'd better shape up if I want to get through this. I'd better take more medication. For what? Why is she taking so much? She must have a drug problem. Another key? The rehearse key. Or rehearsal room key, it does say that. I think that's it for this. Nope, nope, don't read the book again. Don't read the book again. I read the book again. Skipping through all this. Sorry about that. I am stuck reading this entire book again. To be fair, it is kind of important in establishing the main antagonist. Okay. Actually, I just want to look at the mirror effects. That's actually not bad for a game of this era. Alright, check out the other locked doors for non-plot related things. Just some items and some experience. And more parrots. Because apparently that's just a thing in the New York Opera House. Nothing at this desk. Just the bullets in the closet. And that parrot just sort of staring at us. Come on. Huh. I thought that parrot is supposed to, like, mutate and fight you. Did I miss a trigger? There we go. Merry, Merry Christmas, goodbye. Sorry, I skipped past the dialogue. There we go, mutant parrot. So we need to establish that there are, in fact, mutant parrots as well as mutant rats down here. And yes, to start off, your inventory space is quite limited. Like, mine is full right now, so I'm going to use one of these medicines. And then sort everything. One thing that leveling up does is gives you more inventory slots, and you can also distribute bonus points into getting more inventory slots, which I will do a lot of because I hate inventory management puzzles. Alright, those two rooms we've checked. Oh, more rats. See, my attack has gone up now, so if I get a crit, I can kill one of these rats in one shot. If I don't crit, it takes 2. Okay, leveled up again. Oh, the reason it won't let me assign bonus points is you need 100 to assign them. That's why. I only have accumulated 27 thus far. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. We passed by these doors earlier because they were locked. We can get some extra items. It's nice for this point in the game equipment too. It's all pretty well hidden. Alright. This chest is obvious for something that will boost the defense of any particular piece of armor. This cabinet, you can sort of tell that you can open if you find the exact right pixel to do so. There we go. For a rat battle. But I think this rat has some good items that he drops. Just some bullets, never mind. Is there anything in that cupboard behind the rat? Doesn't seem to be. But if you come over here to this cracked wall, there's a secret passage behind it. That's odd. This wall looks like it's about to crumble. With a creepy allusion to possibly the Cask of Amontillado. I don't know, but I think it's just a prop skeleton. For an N protector, which is a nice piece of armor. Unfortunately, putting this armor on will not change Aya's on-screen display. It's just some stats. Because apparently she has a bulletproof vest on under her dress right now, which you can't really tell. But so yeah, this boosts both her defense, her magic power, and her critical chance. All significant. Well, Not significantly, but enough to make it worth equipping. But we can also boost the stats of it by using that defense up item we picked up earlier. And I can use this on this early piece of armor without worrying about needing it later, because later on you can actually take all the bonus stats that you've put into an item and move them to a different item, so you can like carry your bonus stats with you, which is a nice feature. It lets you build some really impressive equipment. I'm a sucker for micromanaging stuff like that in games like this. Building the best weapon and so on. Alright, here's where they keep their set pieces. I do like that there's like, especially in this first dungeon, there's a logical reason for every room. Like there's the prop closet, the set piece area, the dressing rooms. We'll be going to the rehearsal room in a minute here. Now that he's used his action, I'm going to heal myself. Your PE, or Parasite energy, will slowly recharge during battle. Health does not. You have to use spells or items to recover health. So sometimes in battle, if I'm taking some damage, I'll use a spell and then let my PE recharge. And the reason we came in here is to get, I think this is a new gun. Nope. I thought there was, well, maybe the new gun is coming up. Okay, that is all of the rehearsal rooms, etc. cleared out at this point. Of course, if this were a real dressing room, I feel like there'd be a lot more like posters and flyers and notice boards pinned up in the hallway. I'm always impressed by a villain who can play their own theme music. I could be running, I'm just choosing to walk, sorry. I'm Melissa, I am Eve. Ah, I'm getting hot. Incoming content warning, piano damage. Nucleic domination has finally come to an end once and for all. What? Yeah, hate to see it happen. And she just grows a spike where her legs should be. Gets a new hairdo, and grows claws. Alright, this fight is a little bit more involved than the last one, as she actually moves. Once again. The day for the mitochondria to be free has finally arrived! We're just like, what? So yeah, she'll chase after you, try to claw you, and will shoot bursts of multiple... Oh. Sorry, one burst that tries to follow you. So I'm not going to be as good at dodging this time. So this is even counter number 2. I walked into that one. Sometimes she sweeps that attack, sometimes she holds it steady. But still, this is still early days. This is not a difficult boss fight. Looks like you still need some time, girl. We've established we're 25, I guess. Until your mitochondria is completely free. Mitochondria? What are you saying? I don't understand you. Again, questionable capitalization. I'm going to be saying that a lot. It's just, I think localizations in this era of Japanese games, they tried. I mean, they got the words decently, but the emphasis and the ellipses and the punctuation. Oh, we're at that hospital bed again. What? Where is this? Is that the little girl I saw? No, it's a doctor. Or somebody in a lab coat, but probably a doctor. That doctor. Wait! Again, these scenes will not be explained for a couple more days. And while we were flashing back, Eve has vanished. Mitochondria? To be free? Alright, and there's not a lot of obvious where we're supposed to go next. We actually have to check back here behind the piano where there's another hole burnt in the floor. Where'd she go? And we just jump in. Again. Into sewer level number 1. Fortunately, this one's pretty short. But there's some annoying, tricky bits here. Also, apparently the sewers in New York City are just absolutely cavernous. Still with the mutant rats. At least here it makes a little bit more sense than in the Opera House. I really didn't need the heal there, but I tend to be a little bit neurotic about keeping my health topped off. There are some enemies later in the game that can do a lot of damage in one hit. I just learned a spell and I clicked right past it. I think it's your basic magic attack spell, which I will show off in the next fight. And then probably never again, because it's not... Your basic weapons fire is pretty much always going to be better. Or at least faster. Creepy noises. And giant mutant frogs as well. The frog is what I'm most worried about here because its tongue attack is hard to dodge and does a decent amount of damage. The rats are very easy to avoid. I said I was going to show off that PE attack here. Oh, no, never mind. I don't have that yet. This one just shows enemy stats, which I will use here just to show it off, but it's almost never worth doing. It's 12 HP. Susceptible to poison. I have no way of inflicting poison yet. Easily tranquilized. I have no way of tranquilizing yet. So I just shoot it. Because it has 12 HP, it dies in one hit. The level up curve in this game is very strange. Like I've leveled up 4 times in this first sequence, and then it'll slow down significantly. This chest is fairly easy to see. It has a new weapon for me. Slightly more range, slightly more power, and fires 3 bullets instead of 2 in one attack. Now that's a little misleading in this game, because what it does is it actually divides the attack damage you do by the number of bullets it fires. So a gun that has X2 and a gun that has X3 both do the same amount of damage if they have the same attack power. It's just it's split up over 2 or 3 shots, which can be useful if you're trying to take out multiple small enemies at once, but mostly it's just annoying. Like if a gun had X5, which you will run into later, you just wind up getting locked into an attack animation longer than you'd like. So I tend to prefer weapons that are X2 or X1. But I will put up with this one for now because it's a decent upgrade. Now, there are a couple more items down here that are pretty much impossible to see. You're the little girl I saw at the theater. Are you lost? In the sewers? In a hospital gown? At night? Carrying quantum physics books? No, sorry. Wrong media. These chests are actually a lot easier to see in this upscaled, emulated version of the game. On an actual television, when this game came out, these would be impossible to find without a guide. Wait, little girl, don't go. Running through sewage to collect more items. In heels, with no socks. Ew. Also dangerous, but my inventory is full. Yes, I will swap out a medicine for something to upgrade my gun, which I will immediately use. And pick up that medicine again. Actually, I will use the medicine as well. This game throws medicine and ammo and everything at you. You get way more than you could possibly need. Or at least than I would need, given how much I've played this game. Like, I've gotten pretty good at dodging everything. Alright, there's a chest over here that it's really hard to navigate around these beams and doorways. Come on. Okay, maybe we have to go in front of... Yeah, the perspective on this screen in particular, it's really hard to navigate. Okay, oh, nope, see, I went through the doorway instead of opening the box next to the doorway. Come on, it's right there, I can see it, you could... Nope, went through the door again. I don't even remember if this box did anything useful. But I'm a completionist, so dang it, I'm gonna get what's in that box. And actually, a lot of boxes in this game have 2 different things that could be in them. It can be a 50-50 toss-up, and it can be skewed one way or the other. Sometimes one will be more rare than the other, but I often don't. But they're usually like 2 different classes of the same item. Like it could have an attack-up item or a defense-up item. Come on. Nope. Alright, maybe I'm coming at this from the wrong angle. Maybe I have to go around the stanchion here. There we go. Yeah, just some ammo. Yeah, that was totally worth the rigmarole I went through to get it. And I'm going back out here to go up on this balcony because there's a fight that drops some very nice items up here, and I think also a chest. And it also gives you a hint as to where those items were down below. You can see them from up here. You can see the chest that I opened. Okay, so there's not a chest up here, but there is a rat fight. Double. There should be a rat fight. I've never not had a rat fight there. They're supposed to drop some revives. There we go. Okay. It's like this is a sort of a... It's a way to get a particular item early that brings you back from the dead if you die once and then it's consumed. Called revive. Each rat drops one. Rats don't normally drop this item, but this particular fight is special. There they are. Leave behind a regular medicine now. There we go. I've never not had that trigger the first time. Weird. With a couple of revives in my inventory, that'll give me some safety if I screw up a fight, because it's been a while since I've played it. The real boss of this chapter is coming up here. Chapter/day. The game is broken down into 6 days, but the gameplay is not evenly divided between them. This first day is, let's see, I've played for about 45 minutes. It'll be another 10 or 15. And they sort of get progressively longer to the point that the 5th day is 4 or 5 hours, which is why I started this project a few days before it's actually set. I could have started this on Christmas Eve, because the first day is Christmas Eve, but then that would leave me with day 5. I'd have to stream for 5 hours. My voice would get tired, my brain would get tired. So I'm starting it a few days early so that I can break up that 5th day into a couple of different days of streaming, which I might do with day 4 as well, depending upon how long that takes me. Day 5 is the really long one, and then 6 is short again. That's the end of the game. Spoilers. More frogs. I actually just noticed in this higher res texture that these frogs actually have like 6 eyes. It's really creepy. It's actually fairly impressive. Like the textures are there, but the original PlayStation hardware couldn't render them very well, but the emulator can actually upscale it surprisingly well. Okay, now I have 100 bonus points, so I might be able to use them to start upgrading my own stats. Nope, still doesn't give me that option until later in the game. Okay, there should be, I think, one more chest by this doorway. Am I misremembering that? I must be misremembering that. I know that this is a phone, despite appearances. There's a switch and an emergency phone. Press the switch. Use the phone. Save the game. Just in case. I swear there was one more item in this hallway for some reason, but... Yep, I'm misremembering. These early items in the first couple of days don't matter so much, but there's... when I get to the last couple of days, there's stuff I'm really not going to want to miss, so I might start referring to a guide. Eve! Hold it right there! My body's getting hot. Again! Aya's ready to take me on just by herself. She's been taking you on by herself this whole time. Well, even if you did have more people with you, they'd just burn, right? Everyone else, but you are... I am what? Tell me, Eve! Why? Why me? Why am I the only one? You'll find out, eventually. Even if you don't understand, don't worry. Your mitochondria will. They've always known. I'm going to give you some time to think, and some time to evolve. And the day shall arrive when you will awaken. Okay. Oh. Yeah, Eve can just turn into goo, apparently. But we have to have the obligatory chapter end boss fight. Because, of course, everyone knows there are alligators in the sewers of New York City, right? Giant mutant alligators. With electric jaws. Everyone knows that, right? There are 2 targets. Some bosses have multiple pieces you can attack, and in this case we want to attack the mutant quadruped, or this mutant biped alligator's tail. So it has a particular nasty attack that it does with the tail that we want to stop it from doing. that. And I was frozen a reload animation, so I got hit by the energy arcs. I'm at a poorly timed. I'm reload. This weapon has 6 shots, and I'm firing 3. But I started the fight with 2 rounds in, so I have to fire 2, reload, and that pattern will unfortunately continue. I'm gonna have to heal in a second here. Oh wait, no, I defeated the tail. So it screams at me. The camera angle shifts, and its attack pattern changes. Still gonna heal here. So now we're down to 1 target that we can attack, just the head. His aim is way off, fortunately. Alright, I'm actually going to manually reload here, so that the timing will be... Oh, never mind, you can't actually do that in combat. Well, I guess I'm just stuck with that poor reloading in this entire fight. Alright, that boss wasn't so bad. Another level up. We've learned Slow, which slows enemy AT recharge, another spell I will never use. And a Kevlar vest, which may or may not be better than the End Protector that I picked up in the secret room in the prop closet. Dot dot dot. When I will awaken, just tell me what you want, Eve. Ah, smug reporter. We're here live in front of Carnegie Hall, which has become a scene of complete chaos. Miss, you are the sole survivor of this horrible ordeal, correct? Until now, this combustion theory has been acknowledged only by occult enthusiasts. Please, just leave me alone. This incident happened to take place on Christmas Eve of all nights. I would like to represent the citizens of the city and interview you exclusively. Another great moment coming up here, potentially. I shouldn't laugh at that, but it's pretty funny. Are you crazy? Jim, did you get this on tape? Scram, buddy. Daniel. Sorry I'm late, Aya. So that'd be Aya's partner with the New York City Police Department. Aya, you okay? That was really something that okay, I'm going to try not to do an accent here, because that's just not cool. But with the writing, it's kind of hard. Anyway. Aya, you okay? That was really something that happened back there. Yes. Oh, but my date. That's right, she was on a date at the beginning of all this. Heard from a cop that your boyfriend ran out of there like a wuss. Haha. Sorry your date didn't go well. It's not like that. I had him escort me because he kept pestering me for a date. Yeah, but of all places, the opera? There's a story. So why the opera, huh? Is that the in thing right now? Saw the ad in the paper. I don't know, just caught my eye. Don't tell me you were onto this case. Ha! So you finally got some cop instincts in you, huh? Instinct? Daniel, shouldn't you be with your son? It's Christmas Eve. Yeah, the single black parent. It's well, I guess it's not as bad a stereotype as it could be, but it's a bit of a stereotype. He knows his dad's a cop. My boy understands. Anyway, to change the subject, I heard things from people who were there. But this is one hell of an incident, huh? Mitochondria. Symbiosis? When was I in the hospital? You'd think she'd remember being in the hospital, but... Hey, Aya, you asleep? Oh well. Don't blame me after what you've been through tonight. She falls asleep dreaming of mitochondria. And that is, I believe, the end of day 1. Oh, nope. Narration first. In our highly detailed model of New York City, it all started with this incident, 6 days that were to become a nightmare for all. People will eventually forget and go on with their lives. But I will never forget it. It was pure terror, but... it was also 6 days filled with familiar memories. Apparently. And that's the end of day 1. Beginning day 2 fusion. Or we will, rather, with the next stream. This should give me an option to save. Here we go. Will I save my progress? Yes. Alright, so that's day 1, sort of an introductory day to the game. The actual sort of game proper, you get access to more systems, a little bit more ability to travel around New York City. Not a lot, but a little. You'll see that very high quality model of the city again. But we'll be picking that up tomorrow. Probably tomorrow afternoon, depending upon how things go. I've got a bit of a busy day tomorrow. And if it's not tomorrow afternoon, it will be Sunday night. I'll pick this up again and do day 2. And if day 2 goes fast, maybe start day 3. I'm not sure. I would like to wrap this project up before I leave town for New Year's, but that may not be the case. I may have to wrap things up when I get back. We'll see. In the meantime, let's see. This is probably going to take the place of any League streams I do for the next week or so, but if the bug really gets me, I might throw one of those in as well. We'll see. In the meantime, thank you for watching. I will see you next time.